We miss you so much.
Have you ever noticed something just felt off with someone you love? Maybe it's your mom or your grandpa. They used to be active, chatting, walking, laughing, but now they're a little quieter. They nap more. They forget small things, like where they left their glasses or what day it is. They say, "I'm just getting older. It's normal." And maybe you nod, because that makes sense, right? People slow down with age. That's just part of life. But what if it's not just age? What if something else, something silent, is happening behind the scenes? Today we're going to talk about something that most people aren't talking about, something quietly spreading across America's senior communities, affecting thousands of older adults and going completely unnoticed. It's not a new law, it's not inflation, it's not loneliness, although that matters too. It's something that sounds old, but is very different now. It's called COVID-2025. Now I know what you're thinking, COVID. Again, I thought we were done with that. Yeah, a lot of us did. We wore the masks. We got the shots. We moved on with life. But COVID-2025 isn't just another wave. It's not the same virus we knew in 2020. It's evolved, it's smarter, and more importantly, it's quieter. It's not showing up with coughing fits and fevers like before. Instead, it's showing up as tiredness, confusion, subtle forgetfulness, falls that didn't used to happen, strange changes that we chalk up to getting older. But sometimes, it's something more. I want to share with you what researchers are discovering right now, what families are starting to notice, and why this quiet version of COVID may be the most dangerous for the people we love most. In this video, you'll learn what COVID-2025 is doing differently, the early warning signs you should watch for, and 5 simple steps to protect your parents, your grandparents, or even yourself. No panic, no medical jargon, just an honest, real conversation between you and me. So if you've got someone in your life who's over 65, keep watching, because what you don't see could be what hurts them most. So, what makes COVID-2025 so different? It's not louder. It's not stronger in a way you can see. It's just sneakier. This version doesn't always come with fever or cough. In fact, many older adults never get a single classic symptom. Instead, it begins with small things. Things that seem harmless at first. Like this, your mom starts asking the same question twice. Your grandpa stops going for his usual morning walk. Or they say they're just too tired for their favorite activity, even if it's just watching a TV show. Sound familiar? Now here's the surprising part. Doctors across the country are now seeing a rise in senior hospitalizations from COVID-2025 without the usual signs. In fact, a recent CDC report showed that over 60% of seniors hospitalized with COVID-2025 were not diagnosed until after admission. Why? Because the virus didn't act like COVID. It acted more like aging, or confusion, or even depression. Let me tell you about Walter. Walter is 82 years old. He used to be a high school math teacher. He loved crosswords. He walked his dog every single morning without fail. One day, his daughter noticed that he was slower. He forgot how to use the microwave. He didn't finish his puzzle. He called the dog by the wrong name. She thought, is this dementia starting? But then one morning, Walter fainted in the kitchen. At the hospital, they discovered something shocking. He had tested positive for the XEC variant of COVID-2025. The doctors believed the virus had been in his body for weeks, possibly even longer. It hadn't caused coughing or chest pain, but it had slowly affected his brain and nervous system. Now here's the thing, Walter had been vaccinated. He had even had COVID back in 2021, but this time was different. This time the virus got in quietly, and almost no one saw it coming. He survived, but it changed his life. So how does this happen? Well, researchers believe COVID-2025 can now do something earlier versions couldn't. It can hide in plain sight, especially in older bodies where immune systems respond more slowly. The virus can cause low-grade inflammation in the brain, heart, or lungs without causing the big alarms like fever or cough. It's like a quiet guest that never knocks on the door, but starts rearranging everything in the house. Scary, right? But here's why this matters if we don't know what to look for. If we keep saying it's probably just old age, then we miss the chance to step in before things get worse. And let me be clear, I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to tell you that knowing is power, Because once you know the signs, once you understand how this version works, you can start protecting your loved ones in ways that truly matter. You don't need to be a doctor. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to pay attention. So what are the signs? Let's go over them quickly. Ongoing tiredness that's deeper than usual. Brain fog or forgetfulness that's new. Trouble balancing or walking, loss of appetite. Feeling dizzy when standing up. Not enjoying things they used to love. Even just one or two of these, if they're new or getting worse, could be a red flag. Now I know all of this can feel like a lot, but remember, just being here watching this already puts you a step ahead. You're doing more than most. You're learning. You're paying attention, and that can make all the difference. In the next part, I'm going to walk you through 5 simple, practical things you can do to protect your loved ones starting today. No panic, no overreaction, just thoughtful, helpful action. Ready to take that next step. Let's keep going. Okay, deep breath. We've talked about what makes COVID-2025 different. We've talked about how it's sneaky and how it shows up in ways we don't expect. But here's the good news, you're not helpless. You don't need a medical degree. You don't need to wait for something bad to happen. There are real things, simple things you can do starting today that could save someone's life. Let's go through them together. 1, pay attention to small changes. I can't say this enough. It's not about panic, it's about noticing. You know your parents. You know your grandparents. You know what's normal for them. So when something small shifts, like they stop reading the paper, or they ask the same question twice, or they suddenly forget a recipe they've made for 20 years, that's worth paying attention to. Don't ignore it. Even if it's probably nothing, check in. Talk to them. Maybe even suggest a quick visit to the doctor or a simple at-home test. Catching it early gives them a better chance to recover. 2, ask about the booster and help them get it. Here's a truth not enough people are talking about. Previous vaccines don't fully protect against the new variant. COVID-2025, especially the new XEC strain, has changed enough that older vaccines may not be strong enough anymore. That's why health officials released a new booster this year, specifically designed for this version. And guess what? People over 65 who got the new booster were 83% less likely to end up in the hospital. That's huge. But many seniors haven't gotten it either because they didn't know, they forgot, or they didn't want to bother. That's where you come in. Help them check their records. Offer to book the appointment. Drive them there if you can. Sometimes they just need a little help, a little nudge, and your care could be the reason they stay safe. 3, improve indoor air quietly and easily. This one surprises people. We usually think of air quality as something for people with allergies. But when it comes to COVID-2025, it matters more than ever. The new variant spreads more through air, especially in closed spaces like kitchens, bedrooms, and living rooms. And let's be honest, a lot of our seniors spend most of their time indoors. Here's what helps: a HEPA air purifier, even a small one. Opening windows once or twice a day, letting fresh air move through the house, cleaning vents and using fans to improve airflow. None of this is expensive. None of this is complicated, but it can lower the chances of virus particles hanging in the air, and that matters, especially if friends or family are visiting. 4, help them rebuild healthy routines. This one might be the most important and the most emotional, because after years of staying home, avoiding crowds, and missing family events, many seniors have lost their rhythm. They stopped walking every morning, they stopped going to church, they stopped calling their friends, and slowly life got quieter. But we know what happens when someone stops moving. The body weakens, the brain slows, the heart feels lonely. You can help them come back to life. And no, it doesn't take big things. Invite them on a short walk, even just around the block. Sit and do a crossword puzzle with them. Call every Tuesday night just to talk. Bring over a board game or a movie. Help them sign up for a community event or a senior center. Tiny efforts can lead to huge improvements. They'll feel better, more alert, more connected. And the stronger they are, the harder it is for COVID or anything else to knock them down. 5, make a simple emergency plan before you need it. No one likes to think about emergencies, but when you have a plan, you don't have to be afraid. You feel ready, in control, and that's powerful. Here's what I mean by a simple plan. Keep a list of emergency numbers on the fridge. Make sure they know how to use telehealth video. Doctor appointments, buy a pulse oximeter, cheap and useful to check oxygen levels at home. Save the address of the nearest urgent care that takes Medicare. Make a just-in-case checklist of what to bring if they need to go to the hospital. You can do all of this in 30 minutes. Even better, do it with them. Sit down together. Let them feel like they're part of it. Because when people feel prepared, they feel less afraid. And that is everything. Let me pause here and say something. If you've made it this far in the video, you are already doing something amazing. You care. And in a world that moves fast, where it's easy to scroll past videos like this, that kind of love is rare. So thank you. Thank you for watching, thank you for learning, and thank you for being the kind of person who shows up even when it's hard. Now, let's bring it all home. We've walked through the quiet threat of COVID-2025. We've looked at how it hides, how it affects older adults differently, and how easy it is to miss the signs. But we've also seen something powerful. You don't need to be a doctor to make a difference. You just need to care, to act, to be aware. And you've already done that just by being here. But what now? Let's talk about a few things you can do today that truly matter. First, share this video with someone you love. Maybe it's your sister who checks in on mom. Maybe it's a friend who visits their grandma once a week. Maybe it's someone you know from church or the neighborhood. A simple share could mean someone notices something earlier. A simple share could protect a life. Just hit the share button or copy and send it in a text. Easy, helpful, human. Second, talk to someone today. Yep, today, not next week, not someday. Call your dad, drop by your aunt's place, FaceTime your grandparents, ask them, hey, how have you been feeling lately? Have you heard about the updated booster? Do you want me to help you set up a checkup or get an air purifier? Even one simple question can open a door. Because when people feel seen and cared for, they're more likely to listen and act. Third, join our community. If this video helped you, if it made you pause, if it made you say, wow, I didn't know that, then please like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell so you don't miss the next one. We talk about real health issues. We break down science in everyday language. We help people live longer, stronger, and more connected lives. And we do it together with heart, not fear. Fourth, drop a comment below. Seriously, I want to hear from you. Have you noticed any changes in your loved ones that now make you wonder, do you have a tip or story that could help someone else, or do you just want to say hi? Your story could help someone halfway across the country. Your question could spark the next video. Your comment could remind someone they're not alone. So don't hold back. Let's build a space where people support each other, especially when it comes to protecting the people who raised us, taught us, and loved us. Before we end, let me just say this. You're doing something important. Watching this, thinking about it, sharing it, acting on it. In a world full of noise, that kind of quiet love, the kind that shows up when no one's watching, is rare and powerful. COVID-2025 may be silent, but we don't have to be. We can speak up. We can notice the signs. We can protect the ones who may not even know they're at risk. So let's do that together. Thank you for watching. Thank you for caring. Take care of yourself and take care of someone you love. I'll see you in the next video.